Hello and welcome to another episode of Alliance Redwood's Camp at Home series. My name is Rafiki and it is my pleasure to walk in the woods with you today. Our topic today, the amphibian life cycle. Awesome. So before we get too far down the trail, what in the world does amphibian mean? What does it mean to be an amphibian? Well, let's start by breaking apart the word. You got two parts of that word. So take a look at it. You notice you got amphi and then you got bians. That comes from the root bios, which is, yes, that's right, bios as in biology, that's life. And then you got amphi. Amphi is, has its roots in the meaning for of both kinds. So putting those both together, what do you have? Of both kinds of life. So that is to say that if you are an amphibian, you have two phases, if you will, of your life. One lived in the water and the other lived on land. So let's take a look at that word, metamorphosis. So look at it, break it apart. We got meta and we have morphosis. To morph means to change or to undergo transformation. And if something is meta, it's just like it sounds. It's like really significant or really cool or really big, right? So we got metamorphosis. That means that this creature is undergoing some kind of meta change, some kind of significant change over the course of its life. And in fact, so significant are these changes that throughout the cycle, the animal will actually go through various phases of development, looking like totally different creatures in each phase. So if you're looking at your workbook page, you can see there those various different phases of the amphibian's life cycle. Now, as we talk about metamorphosis and amphibians, it's always important to remember that there are almost always exceptions in nature. So we're going to be speaking very generally about the life cycle of the amphibians today. Many amphibians will wait until the conditions are just right before they will congregate in or around water where their delicate eggs can have plenty of moisture to grow safely and develop. It doesn't take long for those little eggs to hatch. In frogs and toads, we call the larval stage tadpoles. Some feed on algae and detritus or other decomposing matter, while others are more opportunistic feeders, eating anything that they can subdue. The larva continues to grow, and when conditions are just right, they will begin to grow legs and arms. We call this in-between phase a froglet, or toadlet, or just juvenile. A cool feature that most larvae and juvenile don't share with their adults is their gills. Tadpole gills are hidden on the inside of their face, like a fish, while salamanders sport their frilly gills just behind their head. As the juvenile amphibians continue to develop, they grow more dependent on breathing air through their lungs. Generally, in their adult morph, the gills will recede, and the adult amphibian can now begin its life on land. However, no amphibian can say goodbye to the water forever, and so the amphibians stay hydrated by absorbing water through their skin, but that means that also water can escape very easily through their skin. So they need to be near water or in high humid areas in order to survive. And for this reason, you'll find that amphibians rarely wander far from the pond or body of water where they were born. Thanks for following Rafiki today as we followed the metamorphosis of the amphibians, from egg all the way to adult. Keep your curiosity and make sure that you do what you can to get outdoors and be excellent observers of our natural world. This is Rafiki. We will see you down the trail.